is the secret of Soylent Green.
They're making our food out of people. Next thing, they'll be breeding us like cattle for food. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them.
Promise, Tiger. I promise. I'll tell the exchange.
You tell everybody. Listen to me, Hatcher. You gotta tell them. Silent Green is memes. You gotta stop them somehow.
Okay, so the Reddit user behind the Trump CNN body slam video is apologizing, and not just for the video. There was offensive content in this man's kind of whatever, locker box of Reddit and his website. And this comes after CNN was able to identify the user, tried to contact him. So let's discuss. There are a lot of issues to unpack here, right? CNN is not identifying this man.
Right.
Why? Because in part he apologized. He said that this was a mistake. Not this video all by itself.
No.
What do we know about what this man was doing, and what do you make of the decision of CNN not to say anything?
And what he was doing was vile. I mean, an awful lot of this stuff was anti-Semitic, racist.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
Procedure, everyone. What's the procedure?
Stay calm! Everyone for himself. Okay, let's go.
Well, I mean, I think that we're protecting his safety.
Yes.
That CNN is protecting his safety because.
Is that our job?
It's not our.
I think
it's
that
not
if
the
we
job.
can-
But I mean, the sequence is interesting. The sequence is interesting. He apologized supposedly before CNN. He contacts then CNN,
Yeah.
but he probably had heard or sensed that he was about to be found out.
The fact that you, like so many others, have been played like fools and have been on TV and all over the place defending the indefensible, and now somehow you have to justify it, and you have to justify the fact that this guy backtracked on you.
So let's get back on track here.
Hold on. I'm
not justifying. Steve and Anna.
He was obviously not a prankster. People are defending it. Well, this was just a joke, and
they're saying it's a teen.
Yes,
they're saying
not
it's a teen.
Right?
No, we can confirm it's not a teen.
It's not a kid. So I mean, you can argue that CNN is actually protecting this guy because if you revealed his name, what he did was really vile and nasty.
In a land of timeless beauty, he was a man of peace.
The fake media tried to stop us from going to the White House, but I'm president and they're not.
But when they threatened his world and the woman he loved, he was driven to war.
Putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Get him out of here. Get out.
Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye. You are fake news.
The sequence is interesting. The sequence is interesting. He apologized supposedly before CNN. He contacts then CNN, but he probably had heard or sensed that he was about to be found out.
Yeah.
But now, interestingly, his apology, which he then posts, gets removed from Reddit. Why does it get removed from Reddit? Because they don't want this. They don't want people to apologize for this behavior. They want to be able to defend this kind of behavior.
I think that that's really notable, Bill, because, I mean, this is what I thought was remarkable, Chris, was that we saw somebody who was a troll apologize. You know, we wish that they wouldn't do it, obviously, to begin with.
Right.
The racist stuff is repugnant, obviously. But it went to the next level where some humanity snuck in accidentally somehow.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with the fake news. Fake news. I think it's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care. Well, first of all, one of the reasons I'm here today is to tell you the whole Russian thing, that's a ruse. It's a ruse. I own nothing in Russia. I don't have any deals in Russia. Russia is fake news. I just see many, many untruthful things. The press has become so dishonest. The public doesn't believe you people anymore. You have a lower approval rate than Congress. You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with the fake news. Fake news. I think it's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care. I'll tell you something, I don't mind bad stories. I can handle a bad story better than anybody as long as it's true. But I'm not okay when it is fake. It's all fake news. I mean, it's story after story after story. We're not gonna let it happen again. The public gets it. When I go to rallies, they want to throw their placards to CNN. Here's the thing, I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. It's so important to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. But our nation's reporters will not tell you the truth. So I'll go over just some of them.
MSNBC.
You are fake news.
The New York Times.
You are fake news. CBS, NBC, ABC,
BBC, LA Times.
You are fake news.
The Washington Post.
You are fake news.
CNN.
Very fake news.
Politico. AP.
BuzzFeed.
Failing pile of garbage. And I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with the fake news.
Fake news.
I think it's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care.
Right? And so here's what he said. Let me read it. I would also like to apologize for the posts made that were racist, bigoted, and anti-Semitic. I am in no way this kind of person. I would never support any kind of violence or actions against others simply for what they believe in, nor would I carry out any violence against anyone based upon that or support anyone who did. One more thing, Chris, before I let you speak, because this is important. He talks about his own motivation. I was trolling and posting things to get a reaction on Reddit. And I never meant any of the hateful things I said in those posts.
Lieutenant. Oh, shit. Lieutenant, you were given specific orders.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. You give me that jurist my diction crap, you can cram it up your ass.
The orders were for your protection.
I think we can handle one little girl. I sent 2 units. They're bringing her down now.
No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead.
Is that what I think it is?
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?
You know, for a second there? Yeah, I kind of did.
Andy, gentlemen, it's the final rose tonight. When you're ready.
Josh. Josh, will you accept this rose?
Of course.
Sorry. Take a moment, say your goodbyes.
This is our world.
Yes.
People are doing this for sport and fun, and I think that when somebody apologizes, it's just a moment that we should note.
Superhero landing. She gonna do a superhero landing. Wait for it. Woo! Superhero landing. Yeah, that's really hard on your knees. Totally impractical. They all do it. You're a lovely lady, but I'm saving myself for Melania. That's why I brought him.
I prefer not to hit a woman, so please play.
I mean, that's why I brought Sean Spicer. Oh no, finish your tweet. It's not, that's fine. Just give us a second. Yeah. There you go, hashtag it. Go get her, Tiger.
The season premiere begins tonight.
I think worth noting as well, though, there's a difference between apologizing and sort of being broadly forgiven for doing something that was not a one-off, as we've talked about before on the show today. This was not a one-off. Bill notes. I mean, he had done things like this in the past. I think it is a wider lens into a number of people who, and I take him at his word here, who do not understand, and some people do understand this, but who do not understand that doing things on the internet for and about people have real implications.
You are fake news.
He is the one.
It was fake. Fake news. Very fake. Fake.
What CNN did was unfortunate
We've
for them.
learned about
As you know,
fake
now they have
over
some
the last
pretty serious
year.
problems. They have been fake news for a long time. Very dishonest way.
CNN. Fake. You're fired.
That, you can't just do this stuff and say, like, oh, I never knew it would hurt anyone. I mean, it's like going on television and attacking someone ad hominem and saying, oh, why would anyone be offended by that? Do people watch television? I mean, that's it doesn't take away from, yes, I think you make the right point, Allison, which is apologizing for this kind of content is better than not apologizing for this kind of content.
It's a little
but at the same time, there is
when you're exposed, and there's a lot of stuff on this person's site. You're not a bigot by accident, but whatever. You want to be big-hearted about it, that's fine. And CNN's not exposing his identity.
Every single American tonight, you should be concerned about what we're learning. We're talking about abuse of power and corruption at the highest levels of the FBI.
video was pulled.
Figures out tonight show nearly 2,000 children have been separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexican border from mid-April through the end of May.
How dare you separate them from their parents? We're gonna rip your son from his mother's arms and throw him in a cage full of pedophiles and let them have
Our message absolutely is don't send your children unaccompanied on trains or through a bunch of smugglers. We don't even know how many of these kids don't make it and may have been waylaid into sex trafficking or killed because they fell off a train. We have no way of tracking that. So that is our direct message to the families in Central America. Do not send your children to the borders. If they do make it, they'll get sent back. More importantly, they may not make it.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down.
President, though, winds up being the main story here, though, right? Because there are a lot of haters and hateful people and ugly people in our world, unfortunately. When you take what they are and use it as president of the United States, now the White House is saying they didn't get it from Reddit.
Right.
Well, then what does that
Chris,
mean?
Just very quickly,
Chris.
Just very quickly on that, I do think it is notable that the White House has said nothing about where he got it, how he found it, but what they have said is he didn't get it from Reddit.
Well, they're trying to distance themselves from this guy for this very reason, because he is a bigot, and he did come across this way, and he was anti-Semitic.
Well, should they have to say where they got it? Because I feel like what we're doing right now is they're not telling the truth. But let's leave it alone, because we got more important things to talk about.
A search for the secret of Soylent Green. You will find out why Soylent Green means life. You will find out why Soylent Green means death.
We've got to stop him!
What is the secret?